1941, a state of war.
What General Vagon had called the Battle of France was over. The Battle of Britain is about to begin.
We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills.
Hey guys and gals, this is Alden for the Mosin Crate. First things first, I can't answer any sales related questions. Things like how much are they, where can I buy them, how can I buy them, because YouTube will delete the video. It's against their rules. But if you go into rumble.com and search for my username, the Mosin Crate, without any spaces, you'll find this same video on there where I can and do answer questions like that, and can honestly be more honest with the video on there. So I highly encourage you to check it out on Rumble. So just picked this small collection up. A gentleman was getting out of Milsurp collecting. I know that's very sad. Chris, very nice to meet you. You were without a doubt probably one of the chillest people I have ever done. Well, it's YouTube. One of the chillest people I've ever met in relations to picking up a collection of surplus. Getting right into it. So this first group, all of these are Mosin Nagants. Got some 9130s. See, this one here is a 1933 Ishevsk. All these are just typical refurbished Russian Mosin Nagant rifles from the World War II era. We have a Finnish M28. This one is unfortunately missing the front escutcheon or the sling slot and the upper, or the handguard rather, not upper handguard, but handguard. And then we have a couple M44, so Russian carbines, again in 7.62 by 54R. Both of these are 1944 Ishevs, so probably the most common M44 there is out there. And then a couple Chinese Type 53s. And it is pretty hard to find these with matching parts. Most of the time they're completely mismatched. I'm not sure what that little star marking is there on the right side of the barrel. I don't know if you saw that. If anyone knows, I was curious. I couldn't really find anything about it online. All of the 9130s, just the 9130s, came with a bayonet, ammo pouch, toolkit, and a sling. Again, that's just the 9130s. I've got a bunch of these Vietnam War ammo pouches. This is 5.56 ammo pouches. You can see that one's July 72 dated. So these would originally had M193 5.56 ammunition on stripper clips for the M16 during Vietnam. And because it's YouTube, I can't really say why I'm showing this. So if you go on Rumble, you'll find out why. But 5 of those, well, again, it's YouTube, so I can't tell you why, but show you the other side of these rifles really quickly. And then some more surplus rifles. So the top 3 are all Swiss. So we have a 1911 up top. You see some tiger striping there in the stock. Below that, a K11 with the Pioneers sawback bayonet. Very hard to find those. And then a K31 with the bayonet. And then 2 Yugoslavian M48 Mausers. I think the bottom one is an M48A because it has a stamped floor plate and trigger guard. And we have a Chinese SKS rifle. And then a French Chatteralt 1892 model, excuse me. And then a Polish Radom, often called the Polish Makarov. Show you the tiger striping there on this one. This one has had mounts put on it, but that was something done in Switzerland. A lot of these were used in shoots and fests and competitions. And all the Swiss rifles are in 7.5 by 55 Swiss. You can see this K11 has a sling with it too. K31. I like this one because it doesn't have that big import marking on the side of the receiver. For a while there, they had this huge dot matrix import markings. I think the import marking on that one is on the muzzle end of the barrel. Then both of these are M48s or M48As. Both of these are an 8mm. Yeah, M48A. Basically, the only difference between M48 and M48A is that stamped metal floor plate and the trigger guard. That's really it. There's really not any other differences that I'm aware of. So very small difference, but enough for them to have the little A in the model name. And we have a Chinese Type 56, is that right? Type 56 SKS. And Chris told me this one was a very nice shooter. I believe that's what he had mentioned. That was a very nice rifle. And then a model 1892 French carbine. And then the Polish P64, often referred to as the Polish Makarov, even though it is not a Makarov. It disassembles similar, and it shoots 9mm Makarov, but that's about the only similarity. Beautiful tiger striping in that top Swiss rifle. And we have a New England Westinghouse M91 Mosin again up top there. That would have been made in the United States for Russia in 1915. And then we have a legitimate PU sniper rifle, a Russian PU sniper rifle. Interestingly enough, the PU sniper rifle is being used right now in the war in Ukraine. They are still being used today. It is still just as deadly and accurate as it was during the war. This is a 1944 Shevsk. And then we have an FN Browning A5 shotgun, 12 gauge. This is an early one. This one, well, not early, but early to me. I believe when I looked up the serial number on it, it was from 1935. And then let's say 9138. Let me show you the markings up top. I always butcher this Sestryoretsk. I can't really pronounce it that well. You think I would be able to. I'm the Mosin Crate, but that's a really cool rifle. It was cut down by the Czechs, and that's why it's called a 9138. It was originally a M91, made in 1898. Then we have an Archangel stock. I know I hate these things, but it was part of that collection, so here it is. And then we've got some ammo. So I have 8 boxes here of 7.5 by 55 Swiss. This is PPU ammunition, the soft point. And if you can't find the very hard to find and very expensive GP11, this is probably the next best thing. Again, 8 boxes there. 160 rounds, 20 rounds per box. And then do also have the actual GP11. This is 1984 dated, sealed in its box, 480 rounds. And then 440 rounds of Bulgarian Circle 10 7.62 by 54R to feed your Mosin Nagants, Dragunovs, whatever you got. And then some Romanian 8mm. So this is lacquer cased. And I'm going to get that one correction, Nazi, so to ruin their day, technically 7.92, but we're going to refer to it as 8mm like everyone else in America does. Romanian lacquer cased 8mm. This is really good ammunition. It's on stripper clips. I think there's 300 rounds here because a little bit of it was shot. Again, on stripper clips. This is great ammunition. This is, if you have got a G43, K43, something like that, that's one of the only surplus ammunitions that a lot of people recommend because it's actually decent ammunition. It is corrosive, but it's decent. And we have some Vietnam War era. Most of this is going to be 71 and 1975 dated. Some of it is early 80s or late 60s, but most of it's going to be anywhere from 1971, 1975. This ammunition is M193556. It was made for the M16 rifle during the Vietnam War. Each bandolier, you see there's 3 bandoliers here. Here is 140 rounds, and it's on stripper clips. Don't see that often. And I was having audio issues, so if you keep seeing me doing finger things like that, it's purely because I didn't know if the audio was going to come through or not. And this is just a random lot of surplus. We got a West German gas mask canister, which honestly aren't that easy to find with a cover. Got a West German mess kit, a compass, and then a bunch of World War II U.S. surplus. So we have Army Air Force caps. Just standard Army cap. These are M14 magazine loaders, brand new in the packs. And both of these in this case are grenade launchers. I'm going to put this down here a second so I can snap this open. Dated 1944. So this one's been taken out and maybe used. It's still working, and the other one is brand new in the wrap inside the case. A standard U.S. canteen from World War II. This one is dated 1945, and the case that it's in is insulated. See the insulation there. I believe these are all 1911. They may be M1 carbine pouches, but I believe they're 1911 pouches. All of them are made by Avery, and all are 1945 dated. There's 5 of them there. And these are probably unissued. I don't think these were ever actually used. And then a Chinese, probably an AK mag pouch. It may be for the SKS, but I believe it's AK mag pouches. And then just a bunch of random Vietnam era pouches for the M60, belted ammo, 5.56. Gosh, there's probably 15 or 20 of them here. We'll just go through those real quick. And then we've got a bunch of mostly cased U.S. medals. There are a couple in here that were engraved to people. Most of them are blank on the back. There's really too many to name here. You can see there's a Bronze Star up there on the top right. I think there's another Bronze Star in there as well. Campaign medals, things like that. The ones here with the purple felt kind of background, those are both World War II Japanese medals. Got some Croatian uniform patches. Even some of these are cased in the original box. Like this one is Bronze Star emboxed. And then a bunch of different pins and fruit salad things, rank badges, things like that. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, click that subscribe button. I'm going to have a whole lot more coming up before the end of the month. And thanks so much for watching.